In this video, we are going to go over some basics in PowerPoint. So when you open up PowerPoint, yours will already be there. Okay, and you start out with a title slide. This is by default, it always gives you this title slide. So for our title, we are going to, in all caps, we're going to key in internet browsers. Okay, once we have done that, up here in the slides area, we have this new slide. Now, do not click on the little slide here with the sunshine on it, because that will give you the exact same slide. It will give you a title slide. We want a new slide, but a different format background. So what we're going to choose is we're going to go down here to the second row to where it says title only. And this will be our new slide. We will name our new slide Advantages of Each. And notice that it is in all caps. For the titles, we're either going to use all caps or the first letter of each word needs to be capitalized. But for right now, we can just use the all caps. Since we did a title only page, this gives us the bottom part with what we can do whatever we want with. So what we're going to do is we are going to go up to the Insert tab, click on that, go over to the right to where you find the word art icon, click on that, choose whichever one you want, and the first one we are going to write is Google. And I still do have it in all caps, and that's fine. And to move it, you can put your mouse on the outline of the word. Your mouse will turn to the four arrows, or the cross arrows. You can click and then drag it. I'm going to click off of it. I'm going to go back up to Insert, Word Art, pick another one. This one will be Firefox. And then the last one, again, we'll go to Insert Word Art, pick any one again, and this one will be Internet Explorer. And I'm going to move that. Alright, so now we have the three different search browsers. Internet browsers. Google, Firefox, and Internet Explorer. We are now ready to go on to our next slide. Again, we'll go up to where it says New Slide. Notice there's a little arrow next to New Slide. Go ahead and click on that. This time we're going to use the To Content slide. Click on that. It gives you a place for your title. It gives you a place to have information on the left side and the right side. In the title area, I'm going to leave it in all caps again. Go ahead and key in Google. And what we're going to do is we are going to go to the internet and we are going to find, if I can move my screen here a little bit, we are going to find, that's not, oh, well, I can use that. We're going to get an image of Google. So I'm going to go to Google. I'm going to key in Google. And I'm going to go to Images. And now, when you're in this image area, just a reminder that when you find something, you need to click on it and get to this point here. You can right click, copy image, go back to PowerPoint. Now, here's something you need to realize. You cannot paste into a text box. This is a text box area. Your title is in a text box area. This is what happens when you paste. Nothing. So what you need to do is you need to go outside of the text box area and right click on that and paste. When you go outside of the text box area and paste, you're going to have your picture then. Now you'll notice that you still have the text box area outlining where you just put your picture. That's fine. Because when you actually go through the PowerPoint, when it's actually playing, you don't see any of the outlines. These are just guides. These are to help you. Okay, so since I have my picture on the left, I'm going to put some information on the right. And notice when you click in here, it starts you out already with a bullet point. And I'm going to take my caps lock off, and I'm going to begin with the capital letter for the R, and for the capital letter, first letter for quality. I'm going to enter. And okay, so go ahead and write that. Result quality, more information, images, and fast. Do not have everything lowercase letters. That is not how you key in information into a PowerPoint. It needs to look good. So you can do what I did and have result quality where the first letter of each word is capitalized. Next, what we're going to do is where it says more information, go ahead and click in front of where it says more information. We are going to indent that. And the way we're going to indent that is up in this paragraph area up on the ribbon. You'll have to look where my mouse is. If you move your mouse on top of this icon, it says increase list level. That has to do with your bulletin information. If you click on that, notice now that your information has moved to the right a little bit. That's how you do your indenting for your bullets. Alright, next we have to go back to new slide, and we're going to choose the to content slide one more time. And here we're going to put, now put your caps lock back on. You're going to put Firefox. You can take your caps lock off. Now this time we're going to do something a little different. We're going to go back to the internet, and when you're at this point, if you still have this, just click on the X. That takes it back to all the other snapshots. I'm going to go ahead and do an image search for Firefox. And I'm going to find one. Click on it. Be careful what you choose. Now this time I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to copy the image. I'm going to go to Save Image As. So I'm going to go to Save Image As, and you'll want to put this in your iDrive so you can find it. So go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to leave the default of what it says here. And I'm going to save. I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint. I am not going to right click. I'm not going to do that. And the reason why is because in this text box here, it gives me some options. It gives me an option of inserting a table, which we'll do later, inserting a chart, which we'll do later, inserting smart art, we'll do that later. Also, it lets me insert a picture from file, which we did, we copied, I'm sorry, we saved a picture, which we'll use this. Gives us the option of clip art and a media clip. So for right now, we're going to click on this icon here that says Insert Picture from File. So it's going to bring you to all of your go to your iDrive. That's where you need to go. You need to go to your iDrive. Find your picture, insert it. It's alright if it got rid of the text box. That's fine. So now you have your Firefox. Again, we're going to go to the right. And for information, we're going to put security and tabbed browsing. Okay, now we're going to go back to new slide. And this time, let's do a blank slide. Now there's absolutely nothing on here. There's no guides. There's nothing for us. So we're going to put those things in there. So we need a title. So we can't do anything yet without a text box. So let's go up to Insert, Text Box, click, drag, let go. And this one will be Internet Explorer. Put your caps lock on. Now you'll notice that you've lost all of your formatting. Back here, when we did Firefox and Google, they both had the same formatting. The 44 inches, or the 44 for your font size. And now we're back here and we don't have that. So in order to stay the same for each of your slides, you might want to kind of stay with what you're doing. But I just want to show you how to use a blank slide. I'm going to change my font size here to 44. I'm going to center it. And we'll just leave it alone for right now for that. Okay, we have Internet Explorer. We're going to have to go back to the Internet. This time, you don't need to save it as a picture. Oops. Just go ahead and find any symbol really will work. And I'm just going to copy image like we did with Google. I'm going to go back to my Internet Explorer, and you can paste it anywhere now because there are no text boxes here. And you could put it on the left, you could put it on the right. I'm going to put it on the right just to mess things up a little bit. Okay, so we have our picture on the right. Well, we have to put some information in here about Internet Explorer. So we're going to go to Insert, Text Box, click and drag. And now notice, here, let's go ahead and do this first. Oops, take your caps lock off. Most used and oldest. Notice now, again, your formatting is different and you don't have the bullet points. I'm going to go back to 4. I'm going to see where we're 28 was their font size. So let's go ahead and do a 28. And since we're here, let's go up to bullets. In the paragraph area, you have these dots here. This is your bullets area. Click on bullets. Now you have bullets. Now with bullets, let's go back to Google. Number 3. All you have to do is click on it. We're going to highlight our information. Now instead of clicking on the dots for bullets, there's a down arrow. Click on the down arrow. Now you could choose one of the defaults. Okay, that's fine, but that's a little boring. I'm going to have you go to bullets and numbering. And in here, notice there's a picture. Click on the picture, and it's going to give you different kinds of pictures or things that you could use instead of just the boring stuff. So go ahead, you don't take a lot of time. Just pick something. Doesn't matter what it is. Then go to Firefox, slide number 4. Again, highlight it. I'm going to choose my down arrow. I'm going to choose one of the boring things. Okay, so that is how you change your bullets. Now what we're going to do is let's go down to our Internet Explorer. Let's go to New Slide, and we'll go to Blank Slide. Now let's say we have our blank slide here, and we decide, you know what, that might not work for us. Let's say we wanted to change the formatting. Well, we don't have to go into Insert, text box. We don't have to do all that. What we can do is go up to Layout in the Slides area here, and this will give us all of our options again. So that way, if, let's say we wanted to do title and content. Now, just because you do title and content doesn't necessarily mean you have to have a title depending on what you're doing. Maybe it's a picture slide you want to use, but you still want the bullet stuff here. I don't know. But usually you're going to have some kind of title. And I'm going to put the title on here of, oh, put your caps lock on, summary. So we're going to have a summary slide at the end. And what this is I'll go over that. A summary slide just kind of wraps up what your slide was about. So as a wrap up, oops, take your caps lock off. Now you can choose what works for you. We'll just put a little blurb, whoops, put a little blurb on there. And then you could probably decorate it with a picture or something, but we won't do that. Okay, so now the summary slide, like I said, wraps up your whole PowerPoint. Let's go back up to the top. I'm going to move this slide bar here. Well, we had our title slide, but under that, this is what's called an information slide. And what an information slide is, it's going to tell everybody or give your audience an idea of what will be talked about within the presentation. So that is what an information slide does. Okay, next what we're going to talk about, let's put some color on here. It's a little bland, just having white background. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the Design tab. So click on Design. Now, I know you have a lot of theme options here. The only problem with the theme options is it goes on every single slide. Now, you can choose a theme option, but you still have to change the color on each slide. When I have you do your assignments, I have you change the color on each slide. In order to do that, now don't pick a theme right now, we're going to go over here to where it says Background Styles. Click on that. Once again, I don't want you to click on any of these, because if you do, every single slide will be that color. I don't want that. So you have to go down here to where it says Format Background. And from here, this gives you the option of, well, let's go ahead, click on the down arrow for the paint bucket, find a color you like, maybe a lighter color. Let's see here. Okay. You have the choice here. You can apply the same color to all of your slides, or if you just close, it will only keep it on this one slide. So we're just going to choose Close. I'm going to go to my second slide. My Design tab is still open. I'm going to go over here to Background Styles. I'm going to go down to Format Background, and I'm going to choose a different color, and so on and so forth. So that is how you change the color background. Now what we're going to do is add some fun to your PowerPoint. So let's go ahead and click on Google. What we are going to do is add custom animation to your PowerPoint. Now, custom animation is something that you have to do in order for your slide to have the result of whatever you choose for it to do. So after clicking on Google, we are going to go to animations, and your animations will look different than mine. I actually have to click on custom animation, but yours will be in a different place. Nonetheless, we can get to the same spot. Oops. I have to go through an extra step, but you'll have a listing of the different things that you can choose. So everything for you, everything that you have, you'll see in your list, you'll have green, and anything that has a green star or green will be an entrance, and anything with a yellow will be an emphasis. And if you scroll down, you'll notice toward the bottom, anything red will be an exit. And then below that you have some extra motion path items. Now what I want you to do right now is go ahead and pick a green, which is an entrance. So if you go ahead and click on one, there you go. So what you're going to have to do is, in order to add, because I'm going to have you add an emphasis, you have a place on your ribbon, kind of toward the middle here, where it says add.